how's it going, everybody? Scott Spreitzer here with Robert Ferringo. We are DocSports.com, and we're talking Week 1 NFL. The lines are out. We figured it's time to jump into each and every game. And want to talk about Houston at Kansas City, which opens things up on Thursday, September 10th. And we're going to get to the goods in just a moment. First, a quick note, if you've yet to become a member over at DocSports.com, just want to give it a trial run. It's a real cool way to do it. You click on the link below the video, you get yourself set up for a free $60 account. You can use those free $60 on any of Robert's daily packages, any of mine, anybody else on the roster at DocSports.com. Great way to give Doc Sports a trial run. Hey, Robert, if everything goes as planned, man, if we get football as scheduled, we're going to have a game on Thursday, September 10th. The defending Super Bowl champion KC Chiefs are going to host the Houston Texans. And right now, KC laying about 10, the total right around 55, give or take. Here's the thing. KC opened as high as 11 in some shops. They're down right now to as low as 9.5 in a couple of shops for those who are shopping around this early as we talk about these games in May. But as of right now, 63% of the tickets are on the Houston Texans. And I got to tell you, one thing I never want to be a part of is a square dog. However, even though over 60% of the tickets are on Houston, at this point of the spring, early summer, that's generally more sharp play than it is square play.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, it was just way too many points to begin with. I think everyone recognized that. Houston has not had a particularly good offseason, particularly surrounding the DeAndre Hopkins trade, but really that's only one player. And when you factor in all the uncertainties of, are we going to have a truncated training camp? You know, we're not going to have mini caps. How sharp are all these teams going to be? If there's no fans in the stands for this game, then Kansas City loses a huge amount of its home field advantage there. So when these two teams met in the playoffs, the spread in that game was 10. Okay, and that was when Kansas City was on a roll, ramping up, just beginning their Super Bowl run. And now we're getting 10 points in the relative uncertainty of a Week 1 matchup. You know, everyone remembers that collapse by Houston or the great comeback by Kansas City, depending on, you know, who you were a fan of in the playoff game. But it's easy to forget that Houston actually beat Kansas City in Arrowhead in the regular season last year. When you factor that in with the fact that they were up 24-0 in the playoffs, 10 points looks a little juicy.
And I also know that over the course of the next couple of months, as we get closer to September, we know we're going to see all kinds of hype on KC. They are the Super Bowl champs with the most exciting and best player in the NFL against a team that has had a horrible offseason. You mentioned giving away basically DeAndre Hopkins. You know, there's rumors out there that O'Brien is shopping J.J. Watt for magic beads. Okay, he's not that bad, but it's close to it. And it really is a crossroads type of season for Houston. So the hype is going to be on KC against Houston. And I know it's only May, and we've still got a couple of months where we can change things up a little bit. But I tend to want to grab those double digits, Robert. What say you?
Yeah, I would absolutely grab the points. Again, Houston long-term over next season, they're going to have some problems. But early in the season, when everyone's healthy, even losing DeAndre Hopkins, they still have a fair amount of weapons on offense. I don't trust the Kansas City defense at all. They geared it up for the playoff run, but they were pretty bad for most of the season last year. If you remember in Week 1, Kansas City actually struggled on the road against a bad Jacksonville team. So you have the Super Bowl hangover, you have revenge for Houston, you have a boatload of points, you have all the uncertainty and a minimized home field advantage. I absolutely think that Houston at 10 or more is absolutely worth the play. And honestly, I kind of like the over in this game as well. I like 55 points is a lot, and it's a lot early on, but the offense is generally a little bit ahead of the defense early in the season. I think that that's going to be exasperated more this year. But last year, Kansas City, they gave up an average of 57 points. They combined for 57 points a game with what they scored, about 34 points, and what they allowed, about 23 points for the first 4 weeks of the season. I wouldn't be surprised to see them give up 27 points in this game. I'm not in a rush to get it against Patrick Mahomes, but this is too many points.
Gotcha. And everybody, don't forget about that free $60 account. You can sign up by clicking on the link below the video. Great way to give DocSports.com a trial run. He's Robert Ferringo. I'm Scott Spreitzer. Check out all of our videos for opening week. They're all lined. The action's coming in pretty heavy. We're going to talk about each and every game throughout week 1. He's Robert. I'm Scott. We are DocSports.com.